welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to talk about the best setting powders for dry skin. I've kind of been working with this in a series. I have the best setting sprays for dry skin, I have the best primers for dry skin, and we'll just kind of keep on going down the line, because if you have dry skin, you know how hard it is to find a powder that just doesn't suck every ounce of moisture of your skin. So if you're interested to see what my thoughts are, what products I recommend, then go ahead and keep on watching. If you are new here, be sure to subscribe. I do uploads every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and I would love to have you. Let's just go ahead and get started. So I have a mixture of both high-end and drugstore affordable options. As far as brushes go to apply these, that's going to be a big deal when you're actually using powder. So I recommend when you're using a pressed powder, or if you're even trying to go all over with your face, use a big fluffy brush. This is the one I've been using recently. This is the It Cosmetics All Over Powder, but I do have a couple other options, which I will picture here and here, that have worked great for me for years. The first powder is the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Powder. The price of this is absolutely downright amazing. It is only $5.99 at Ulta. It comes with, gosh, it comes with so much product. The packaging is great because it has that sifter. I just dropped half the product all over. It's a good thing it's so affordable. As I was saying, it has a great sifter because a lot of product sits at the top. It's not hard to shake this and get it to the top. I know with a lot of other setting powders I've used with this kind of packaging, you just shake all day to try to get even an ounce of product to the top. What I like about this, and I usually just use this to set underneath my eyes or my T-zone to set my concealer, is it's really lightweight. It has the silkiest finish, and the powders are just so finely milled. You can't see any sort of heaviness once you've applied this. You really only have to use just the smallest of brushes set underneath your eyes. I like to use like a small dome-shaped brush. This one's from Real Techniques, and this is actually their contour brush, but I feel like it just perfectly presses underneath your eyes. And I'll have other brushes that I recommend for underneath your eye linked down below, so you have a lot of options. What's great about this is it's a translucent powder and it doesn't have any scent to it, so this is great for if you have light skin tones to tan skin tones. If you have a darker skin tone, I'd recommend like a peach version, which I actually think they have 3 different shades. Don't quote me on that. If so, I'll have that linked down below as well. This is the powder I actually used today, and it just does have a soft blurring effect. Very loose, very silky. The next and last loose setting powder I recommend for dry skin is this HourGlass Veil Translucent Setting Powder. Now, this is more of a splurge. This is $46. Yes, that's expensive, but from my experience, HourGlass has quickly become one of my top favorite brands of makeup when it comes to setting like your skin, to make skin-like makeup. Packaging for this is very luxurious. It feels like a high-end product, which it is. The inside of the packaging does have a sifter as well, and I love this gold detail, and there's an H where the powder sifts through. The only con I find about this packaging is it is harder to get the powder out of this H. I'm constantly shaking and shaking to get product out. It's not as giving as the Wet n Wild Photo Focus, but that has not deterred me from purchasing this again. I actually have a backup of this because I love it so much. HourGlass uses this technology. This is a diamond infused, I don't think it's real diamonds, but it's some kind of diamond particle that basically infuses the light. So when you use this, just applies the thinnest layer, but it gives this natural luminosity glow from within. They made this for people that don't want that really cakey look when it comes to powders. They don't want anything that's going to settle into fine lines or cause creasing. This one is for all those girls out there, all those guys out there that have dry skin, but they need to set down their makeup. They need to be able to blend their bronzer and their blush, and they don't want to have a tacky feeling on their skin. Since we're talking about HourGlass, let's go ahead and talk about the Ambient Light HourGlass palette. So this is a little trio, and it comes with 3 different shades. Each of these does something different. So Dim Light is a neutral peach beige, which is right here, and it's the perfect balance of warm and cool tones, and I'm just reading this off of their site because it's too much to remember. And then the Incandescent Strobe Light, which is the middle, which is the one I've actually hit pan. This is supposed to brighten the complexion and leave a celestial glow. And then we have this shade, which is the Radiant Light. It's a sun-kissed golden beige, It enhances the complexion, gives a subtle warmth, and extends a summer glow. This palette is obviously a little pricier. This palette is $64 for all 3 shades. I held off on buying this palette for probably a year. I wanted to always try their bronzers, their blushes, always heard great things, love the packaging, but I could never bite the bullet. Even when Sephora had their sale, one of these is still really expensive, but now I'm hooked. I've already hit pan, I'm obsessed. It's the only powder I truly gravitate toward and reach toward to set my entire makeup. If I'm trying to look for something that has literally a blurring effect, literally brings forward my natural skin and just leaves without leaving too big of a sheen, because you worry about, oh, am I just going to look like a really shiny grease ball if I put all these over my skin? No, you won't. I used it today and the inner glow is out of this world. It is so thin, so forgiving. I love it because it's not chalky. It never is chalky. It's really lightweight and it's specifically made for setting your foundation. So if you're someone that has dry skin and you really do need to set your makeup to blend everything out, this is going to be a game changer for you. I use all 3 of these shades. I just take a big fluffy brush and just and I just go like that, pat, whatever. Shall we talk about some affordable drugstore options though? I have a couple setting powders, pressed setting powders that I recommend. This is the Milani Prep Set and Go Translucent Face Powder. Incredibly affordable at $9.99. There's also a luminous one. They don't sell this at Ulta anymore, the luminous one. It's a very similar dupe to HourGlass, I will say, but you can get it on Amazon. The website says that you can use this to prep your skin if you have some oils that are breaking through and you really like to just suck those up. You can use this and you can use it to set it. It's supposed to give a soft blur effect, diminish fine lines. From my experience, I don't think it has that blurring of effect compared to the HourGlass products, but for what it is, I have tried a lot of pressed powders, a lot. And this one, when applied with a big fluffy brush, applied all over your face to set your foundation, it's not too heavy. It applies really lightly, which is what you want to go for. It doesn't look cakey, but one thing I don't use this for is I don't use it to set my concealer. I don't use it to set underneath my eyes. It just doesn't offer enough. It doesn't quench, it doesn't suck, it doesn't set that concealer very well, but it sets foundation absolutely beautifully. This is a powder I definitely have on hand at all times. I have backups of this. It's just great and affordable. It doesn't dry out your skin, it doesn't go on heavy, and you really can't go wrong with it. Let's talk about banana powders. I like to use banana powders for highlighting underneath my eyes and also to do any kind of cleanup. I've tried a few. I have one high-end version and then I also have a drugstore version. So let's go ahead and talk about the drugstore version first. This is the Essence Brighten Up Banana Powder. Okay guys, we are going rogue. My camera battery just died, but we're almost done with the video. So I was talking about the Essence Brighten Up Banana Powder. So affordable, only $4.99. The description of this is just really easy. It has 0 flashback. It's meant to mattify and bake concealer. Simple as that. I use this mainly to do cleanup and to highlight areas after I've done my bronzer and blush. So I'll use it right under here to just kind of make my bronzer pop, and as well as underneath my eyes and my T-zone if I just feel like my bronzer went too far, just to kind of really illuminate and highlight things. I will say it is a little chalky, so it's not a powder that I'm absolutely obsessed with, but from my experience with other banana powders, it does the job really well. Especially if you're using a setting spray afterward, you're not gonna notice a difference for the price. One of my all-time favorite banana powders is definitely from Kat Von D's Shade and Light palette. Now, she recently sold all of her shares to her company, so now it's called KVD. And this banana powder, it's called a Lyric, right in the middle, has been absolutely amazing. I used to buy the loose pans. It's something I'll buy again. Illuminates underneath your eyes and cleans up so well. It's definitely finer milled than the Essence banana powder. If you buy the single pan, it's actually really not that expensive. I believe it's like $12 maybe. Depending on what kind of skin tone you have, Kat Von D or KVD is there for you. There's this peach color right here if you have a darker skin tone. This one's perfect for me because I have medium, and then if you have a really light skin tone, this shade would just be ideal for you. Sorry. Holding my phone and filming at the same time is really an experience. So those are all the powders I recommend for dry skin. If you have any that you have found, let me know in the comments down below. I would love to try them out. Always on the search for the next amazing powder for dry skin. Don't forget to always set your makeup with a setting spray after you've done it, just to kind of soak up all those powders. I have the best setting sprays for dry skins in the link down below. But I hope you guys have a great day. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you.